Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For the new people joining, this is not a political poll. This is a spiritual poll, and welcome. A group of us come together every Sunday and we raise the vibration of the planet by imagining us on the web of creation, and what we do, what we think, reverberates and affects every part of the web. And this universal web reverberates with love and light, as long as that's what we're sending out. So today I wanted to do something in regards with healing. I was thinking of going to the Healing Dome, but which is a guided meditation, and decided against it for no particularly good reason. But last week's spread really intrigued me, and it's been kind of sticking in my head a little bit. And last night I pulled 3 cards while this was kind of floating around a little bit. And the 3 cards I pulled was the West Shield, the Great Smoking Mirror, and the Shaman's Death. And as I reflected on these cards and read a little bit about the book on them, I went, this is going back to tying in with Root Girl and She of the Lotus card. And the She of the Lotus card is all about having a lotus grow in the dark, murky waters that people don't even want to get in. And then this beautiful flower grows. And Root Girl was all about embracing your disowned self. And so I'm thinking about the duality of good and bad, and how we can't really experience the joy of good without knowing some of the bad. I'm going, well, can we not have bad and really have a joyful good, like really be happy with where we are? Or do we need the bad? And so I'm kind of playing with that in my head a little bit. And these are the cards that I got. And these 2 specifically go back to the Great Smoking Mirror. It's a reflection of who we are. It's looking at all of us, looking at both the good side and the bad side of us. And the Shaman's Death card, certainly his face is white and black, looking at both sides. And it's a death and rebirth card. So it's like, okay, so there's a duality there. And this card kind of threw me. I went, okay, the medicine wheel, and this is the West Shield Bear, introspection and goals. So the medicine wheel it refers to the 4 directions, 6 directions. If you include the earth and the sky, which I do. But this sacred hoop has 4 directions to it. East is the rising sun, new day, new beginnings. The south is strength, it's power, midday sun, work. The West Shield and the power animal is bear. The East traditionally, and these can change. Traditionally, it's eagle. The South is coyote. I use jaguar. The West Shield is bear. Oftentimes I use whale. And then the north shield is white buffalo with calf woman. So the west shield reminds us to look back over our journey where we are, where we started, how the work went, and and what happened. Did it work? Did it not work? And so it's asking for this to reevaluate our goals. And in the story of Bear, there are three paths that one can take to find inspired action. And that is through stillness. And then in that stillness, we hear messages. The messages we hear, we need to discern which one is true for us on our path. On the path that we have chosen, our soul contract path. What is that? Is it the easiest path forward? Is it a roundabout? What's the true information that we're getting? And we kind of discern which one is right for us. And once we figure out this is the path that we want to go on, that's true for us, this information is true for us, then our intended path, our goals, are then inspired in joy because we found this is the way we want to move forward, in joy in our heart, in truth. So that's what the West Shield is asking us to do. And so that's the path forward, but we also have to look at, going into the great smoking mirror, we also have to look at what is the good and bad of things. Look at all, this is the Root Girl card, having us take a look at our disowned self and embrace that and really see who we are, faults and all, and step forward in that joyous intent, the joyous path forward. And then I got the Shaman's Death card. And with any death card, this is, for me, it's all about rebirth. It's never about death, because I never really think that we die. We just keep, we just go transition to another place. But in the Shaman's Death, it's all about facing fears and becoming something better, facing death and coming out of that death to something much greater, becoming a shaman. Many people, you'll hear, oh, I had an NDE, I had a near-death experience, and now they're a visionary. Now they have their psychic abilities have gone through the roof. Other people don't have that near-death experience. I was saying I don't have that near-death experience, and then I think back on my life and I go, oh, well, except for that time. But, I didn't really die. I could have, but I didn't. And then that time, I was only knocked out. Well, I don't know. Maybe I was dead. Who knows? I was only knocked out. But anyway, digression. The Shaman's Death. We need to let go of something a little bit to move forward, and we need to look at the good and I'm repeating myself, the good and the bad, so that we can move forward into a new awakening, into a new awareness. So that's what I was pulling for last week. These cards are healing, these three cards. These two cards, things come in fours. And the in this deck, so I needed to pull 2 bonus cards. So the 3 cards I pulled on healing were, look at that, the medicine wheel. All right, so the medicine wheel has the 4 directions, 4 colors, can be associated with power animals, and this is all about cycles and movements. So when we're thinking about healing, this is all about a healing movement. This is all about that life continues. It's a new quality, a new cycle. And the cycle depends on you, according to the card. Right? It depends on your actions and your attitudes towards healing. And that's really powerful. Some people go, oh, I'm just sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick. Oh, okay. You might be sick. And other people go, you know what? I'm gonna push through this. I'm on a healing way. I may not have a lot of energy, but I can keep pushing forward on this. Second card I got, oh, well, there we go. Intent, smoke signals. What, and I go back to the web of creation. What are we creating? What are we vibrating out there that people can see, that our allies can pick up on? If we send a really clear smoke signal, then our allies can see it and read it. In the universe, our spirit guides can see it and read it and help. But if we're not tending to the smoke signals and they're going all over the place and our allies don't know what we're saying, what do you need? So intent is everything as we are on this web of creation, as we're on this medicine wheel, the cycle of life. And the next card, Thunder Beams. This is Thunder Beams. It's usable energy. That's what they talk about. And it's all about you being the catalyst for this usable energy. It's all about your intent in this cycle that we find ourselves in. What do we need healing in? It's cyclical. It's not, although sometimes it seems like it's never going to get better, it's not that. It's just part of it. It's just part of that cycle. And this is saying have clear intent on that usable energy. And it goes back to this goals, the introspection and the goals. I think these two are very, very aligned. Get to that quiet place. Find out what the information is and then set your goals according to your usable energy. We have to look in the smoky mirror to see, are we Supermen? Are we 20 years old? No, we're not. We are who we are. And sometimes we may need to let go of some of the things. Yeah, I'm not that 20-year-old. Letting go of that. And it could be different for you. I know it's different. It's your own personal path. So for the bonus cards, we get Great Mystery, Creator, Original Source. It goes with the Shaman Death card. Rebirthing ourselves into original source, into creator. So if we're the creator, if we're part of the original source energy, can't we heal ourselves? Of course we can. Into better humans? Of course we can. And the last bonus card is Seeking and Finding the Vision Quest. Finding the stillness. Seeking, finding in the stillness, in alone time. Now, I don't believe that we really need to do a vision quest where we go out and we're alone for 24, 48 hours with no food, drink, however vision quests are being handled by certain indigenous tribes. They're different for others, for a lot of different tribes. I'll just leave it at that. You can do a mini vision quest in the stillness, in the quiet. And then you go back to the West Shield. What are the messages? What's true for ourselves? What's not true for ourselves? What's the inspired direction, the inspired goal? And let's move forward in that. In the medicine wheel, sending out clear intent, finding our usable energy, whatever it is. All right. The healing spread. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great week. Peace and love.